Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday. It's December 5th, 2024. Step 14 day is that thinking day. It's a Gemini day. Thinking rules today. How you guys feeling today? I woke up feeling a little tired. I think I'm definitely feeling that Mercury retrograde. But overall, my spirit is good. Happy. Type in the comment how you guys are feeling today on this day, and whether you're in the morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Sending you guys so much love. If you're new to my channel and Instagram live, my name is Ikue and I'm very happy to be here. This Instagram live is called Embody Your True Essence, and then I'm basically show up and talk about the energy of the day and my learning, share my learning. Hi Monita. Hi Ikue, feeling tired too, but hopeful. Yeah, I'm very similar. Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know, I'm asking myself if I'm lazy or tired, you know what I mean? But it's like I've been working on myself and I try to eat healthy. It's not perfect, but I'm trying to eat healthy. So it's like, what is it, what is making me feel this way, kind of thing. So it's very interesting, just observing my thoughts, observing my feelings, and definitely like hopeful. I feel that it's like I'm not putting myself down when I'm feeling like this, and not necessarily, and it's like okay, I feel a little bit low energy, but when I show up to people, I can bring out myself more energy. But I definitely, when I'm home, I just want to like rest. That's the energy. But I think it's like we're, I think more observing rather than judging, more doing, right? Sometimes you gotta just rest, and sometimes you just feel the energy of the day, and it's like, okay, today is an action day, let's make it happen. But today is a Gemini day. Maybe a lot of us are definitely in our head and that's okay, right? But observe the thoughts. Are the thoughts that you have are supporting your mission, or the thoughts are going against you, or going against your mission mission in life, or life purpose, whatever you want to call it. But also at the same time, like, I think we, at the end of it, all we want can be very simple, right? We just want to be happy. We just want to like live abundance and freedom to do whatever we want, and you just want to like share your talent and live happily ever after. I think that's very, very simple. But in order to do that, and we were sort of programmed to, keep working, but we're just kind of stopping ourselves, like a rat race, right? Like, I guess we don't want to live like that. I guess a lot of us still live like that, but I'm slowly coming to a point. I got so drained to the point that I don't want to keep pushing myself like this. It's not healthy, and I want to go inwards and see the parts of myself that call in this type of reality. I just want to like tapping into my true divine femininity to become more magnetic, and I just will be like sit on a throne, and I just know that I'm powerful and I'm magnetic, and all I need is always provided. From that point forward, I would like to live with joy and with more kindness, compassion, and show up to the world like that, and sharing my skills and learning to accept all parts of myself, including my shadows, including the parts of myself that had a hard time accepting. And I'm slowly accepting the fact that I am different, I am weird. I think we're all different, but part of us is just want to fit into society. But I think the world is changing, which is a good sign, and more than ever, we are encouraged to just embrace our truth and speak our truth and it's okay, and most likely you're gonna be more accepted than ever before for being so different. And nobody, it's slowly coming. I think the society slowly learning that, okay, you get to have your own reality, I get to have my own version of reality, and we're all good. Right? Instead of pointing our fingers and trying to fix or reorganize someone else's life, it's like, no, this is how I live my life, take it or leave it, right? And but you're always welcome, but this is my boundaries. So those things are coming up for me. Also, another thing that coming up for me, especially this morning, was since yesterday, I keep saying to myself, thank you, body, move with me, right? I have been dealing with some of the issues like my hip tightness, like, as a dancer, I move my body and my hips were always loose. And for the last 1 year to maybe like 1.5 years, it's like it got tight. And it's like, I know that it's a lot, lots that I'm holding, like could be fear, could be anger, all of that. But it's like, okay, I'm working on myself, I'm choosing myself, and I'm still there. It's kind of like it's a trauma, right? It's if you experience something, even though the very little things that triggered you don't even exist anymore, but you have a memory and the body remembers it, right? And so this is a process, like it comes in layers, and I tell myself, like, you're safe, just let go. That's one way to do this. But also at the same time, yesterday, what came up for me was, okay, when I teach Fascia Universal, hands-on training, hands-on session, I will say, okay, can I touch you? I am safe with you, you are safe with me, let's move together, right? So, and I'm applying that every time I work with my own fascia, also work with my client's fascia. But now, it's taking one step further. I tell myself, okay, thank you, body. I thank myself. Thank you, body, and move with me. And I tell that painful, the tight parts of my body, and it's like, there's nothing wrong with you. You're safe with me. You're safe in this world. You're safe to exist. So that's my hips. And you're safe with me, and move with me. Move with me. Do it. And it's just kind of like there's a little bit of hesitation right there, right, in the body. But it's like, no, you're good. There's nothing wrong with you. It's kind of like encouraging my consciousness of the body, right? Because each cell has consciousness and my body has consciousness. And then telling the body, move with me, and imagining the body becomes more fluid and adaptive, because it's this liquid water that is us, it's our fascia. And also, so move with me, move forward with courage, move forward with me with courage. And I was thinking about that this morning, and I think that's a great affirmation to say, because to ascend body, mind, spirit, right? My spirit is all for it. It's like ascending, right? As I ascending, I tell myself to ground. It's an equal force that needs to be developed and anchored. I know that. Now, mind, spirit. So my mind is working hard. Slowly, yesterday's live, I talk about shutting up my brain, my mind, my ego. It's like, you don't have to overly protect IKUE anymore. Just shut up and listen to my heart. Okay, so I'm working on that, right? And then my spirit, body, mind, spirit. So the spirit it's good, trusting, having more faith. Now body has the most density, right? It's slow moving. It is what it is. But now, okay, body, move with me. Let's come, like join me. I am ascending. You gotta come with me. Because you can't ascend. We all have to take our body with us, right? So it's like, the body carries a little bit of memory and trauma, but it's just telling my body, there's nothing wrong with you. I love you. Move with me, like that. You do. I say it with so much conviction, and that, like, this is what we're doing. Move with me. So we'll come back to that idea. Yeah, feel free to type in the comment how you guys are feeling. So step 14, we just woke up with that new step number, and Mercury retrograde rules today. The mind is coming to a new conclusion regarding what your story is moving forward in life. Now that you have faced tremendous karma with yourself in 2024, you're ready to set up with a new vision for your life. So if your 2024 was transformational, like mine, I'm so glad I'm still here. For this to happen, Mars retrograde will be reconsidering all the ways you treat yourself, abandon yourself, or stand up for yourself. It will take a full 6 weeks until February 23rd, 2025, for you to come to terms with how to treat yourself on a higher level. So think about, how our thinking is so powerful, and how you tell yourself, your narratives create and shapes our reality. Now, how to treat yourself with that thinking, right? Is your thinking abandoning you? Is your thinking help you stand up for yourself? Is your thinking helping you to treat yourself better? Yeah, those things. And so let's really think about how to treat yourself on a higher level. With the moon in Aquarius, feelings are somewhat detached, allowing you to feel through what's necessary. Yeah. Aquarius. I have Aquarius in moon, so it's perfect. Aquarius in moon is about detachment. It's not so fun. Like Aquarius moon is separate and detach ourselves with emotions. So we don't necessarily get emotions from it. It's just more like, it is what it is, and I can detach myself from feeling. I think this is so difficult for zodiac sign like Cancer and Pisces. Like the emotions, they are so attached to their body, right? But for me, it's very easy to detach, and there's a good and bad, right? I'm learning to feel. But detaching, allowing you to feel through what's necessary. When you're detached, you know what to do more in a logical way. Today is a thinking day, so with that logical Aquarius energy and Gemini thinking logical energy of today, I think we're really thinking about what's necessary. If we consider emotions, we are taking emotions into consideration. At the same time, we're thinking about, okay, what's the necessary step in this, right? Trust. I know things are happening, and it's happening for me. It's almost like a constant challenges all over. And I don't know if this is ever gonna end, right? And maybe this is life, but at the same time, like in midst of all this crisis and changes happening, I'm telling myself, I honor myself, I honor my soul purpose, and also I am upgrading my core belief about myself. I say this, and I will say this every life. It's our birthright to feel. It's our birthright. When we came into this earth, it's our birthright to be lovable, to be loved, to feel safe, to safe to exist in this world. We're all protected. We don't have to tightening our body up to feel, to protect ourselves from outside threat, right? Like, can we reprogram our mind? whether how bad your financial situation is, whether how lonely you are, or what mistakes you've made, or whatever, your family dynamics. But can we just tell our body, talk about body today, just relax, and everything will fall into place. That's a new programming, right? The more you relax, the faster everything fall into place. I like that affirmation. Sometimes it tightens up and embrace ourselves, and it's like, okay, we can do this, right? Those programmings are over, those eras are over. Thank God that timeline is over. Can we start reprogramming ourselves? And once we program it and then reaffirm it every single day, we don't need to go into the defense mechanism, tightening up our body and firing up our stress hormones and just being fight or flight, trying to protect ourselves. We don't have to live like this anymore. So for me, letting it go, relax and release, and being magnetic, all of that is the same thing. The more we relax, the faster things move for us, and the faster and easier, more effortlessly things do fall into place for us. So that's a new program, Amy. But I also like to think that is to be true. So this is me, my logical mind supporting my mission, right? So think about observing your thought process throughout the day. The thoughts that you have is supporting you or abandoning you or treating you good or treating you bad. Now, today, Net 5, I think, is the ruling state of awareness, putting your intellectual state and mind in the driver's seat of the story today. You may wake to a already busy mind, probably responding to subconscious conversation you were having in your dreams. The flurry of intellectual chatter and activity may require that you meditate, exercise, or do a spiritual activity to quiet the mind and focus your intellectual power onto single tasks. So when we talk about quieting the mind, right? When you quiet the mind, you can finally ready to listen to this subtle, soft voice that comes from our heart. So then that's the truth, right? That's our intuition. And sometimes the mind is so loud, talking all that shit, that not supporting, entertaining with all the scenarios. What if this happened? And, what if? But I saw this post about, shifting the thought from what if to even if, right? Even when, even if. I like to use that word better. And faith, can you hold that powerful thought, powerful positive thought, even there is no evidence whatsoever, right, to support this? And my mind likes to go into this place where it's like, okay, let's just give up everything. But the heart, I show up to the world with kindness and put myself first. And I came up with this phrase during the live yesterday. If you guys are watching yesterday too, I asked myself what happiness is, and the word came up was putting myself first is my happiness. What do you think about that? Putting myself, and it's like, okay, I'm still kind of digesting this phrase. What do you think about, okay, what is happiness, right? Because I thought happiness is about, being surrounded by great group of friends or great career, maybe lots of money, right? Freedom to do whatever we want. But putting yourself first is my happiness. And I believe that when I put myself first, this is also an affirmation that I'm making. When I put myself first, everything fall into place. Do you believe that? Do you feel worthy enough to believe that? When I relax, the more I relax, the more I put myself first, the faster, easier, more joyful things will fall into place. Hi Lee, good morning. How you guys feeling? I'm exploring and doing some mind game right now, and how convincing my mind, tricking my mind and into believing something that is sounds outrageous, but I think it's true. My heart says yes, yes, right here. So again, the more I relax, the more I let go, the more I coming into my true power, putting myself first, the easier, the faster, the more joyful, more expansive, the everything fall into place. If happiness is something else, when we describe it, then happiness doesn't exist. Satisfaction, on the other hand, does exist. If happiness is something, hi Kerobura, if happiness is something else when we describe it, then happiness doesn't exist. Satisfaction, on the other hand, does exist. Kerobura, you're so deep sometimes. Sometimes I have a hard time digesting your words. I understand that maybe like sometimes, a lot of times, maybe we perceive satisfaction as happiness. Do you think? Right? When we thought, oh, this is happiness, but it's like you just really, satisfied, right? What is happiness? Everybody type in the comment, what's your definition of happiness? Right? Because it's like when you think that happiness should be this or that because of the programming that you've had since your childhood. And if you don't have this little thing that, it's sad. And then I tend to perceive when I lack something, I consider that's unhappiness. But when I start reprogramming our mind that happiness is actually to putting myself first every moment, then maybe I get to be in a state of happiness all the time. That's easy for me because I feel like, okay, let's say my definition of happiness is, if my definition of happiness is to surround myself with friends, then okay, I'm obviously very unhappy right now because I don't have anybody. If my happiness is defined by my relationship status, then I am very unhappy, right? If my definition of happiness is determined by the money, then right? But if my happiness is determined by, it doesn't matter. It's not controlled by my surroundings, the stuff that I have, physical thing. And then putting myself first is easy for me because I'm been practicing. Then I have me. Then I am happy. Easy. And I am happy when I'm moving my body. Okay, that's easy. Something that I can control. I like that. When my happiness is determined by, not determined by my circumstances, material things, it doesn't matter. Then it's about me. It's about me. Maybe happiness is about taking care of myself, putting myself first and loving myself. And that's all I need. That's easy for me. Yeah, exactly. For example, if happiness for me is feeling content, then what I like is being content, not happy. Yeah, satisfaction versus happiness, right? And Debbie says, happiness is a joy you feel when you do something good. Happiness is a joy. But here comes the tricky part though, I agree, but if you are not joyful, then you're not happy. Because happiness is a state of mind too, right? So I just want to, but also you don't have to be happy all the time. Right? Here comes another programming and layers. We're just talking and exploring. There is no right or wrong answer to do this. If happiness can be, so Louis said, if happiness can be anything or for different people, then happiness doesn't exist. Could be another illusion, seeking, feeling content, natural state, then that's it. Yeah. Your feeling content is it's different from everybody too, right? Yeah. totally. Happiness. And then you can also say that happiness doesn't exist. It's like everything is chaotic here. What are we doing in this world? That's also another, mind game, right? But I think it's nice to explore. We can also say that, part of that joy is also happiness, but part of the sadness also, also, I'm trying to think about this. Okay, calmness is that calmness can be void if you perceive it like that. Also, calmness can be also perceived as emptiness. There's nothingness, there's calm. And I think for the longest time, because of my programming, I perceive if nothing is happening for me, I perceive as sadness and emptiness, and this emptiness I perceive as sadness. And sadness and equals maybe unhappy, right? But I'm learning that it's like in this illusional world where we actually came here to create anything we want. We can create joy, we can create anger, whatever we want, and it's okay. And the good news is doesn't even exist when we die. It's just everything is. But then do you see that as an emptiness, or seeing from very cynical, ironic, sad, bitter perspective? Or do you take this illusional world as a fun place that you get to create, and it's like it's okay to make mistakes? Okay, there's nothing. Right? But I like to calm myself down and stay in the joy. So I would like to have this grounding place where I am loved, I am lovable, I am radically safe in this crazy world, delusional world that I live in and I seem projecting, but I am loved, I am safe, and I am worthy to create anything I want. And my happiness is not defined by anything outside of me, and anything I can control is myself, my state of being, my thoughts, my feelings. Maybe feelings I can't even control either. But I know that with that committed trait of my personality, I can focus on myself. I can go inwards when I'm so urged to go outside, going inwards to focus my happiness, and I know that putting myself is my happiness and my power. Being able to put myself first is my power. When I'm in my power, everything falls into place and I feel content, just like Louis says. And I feel in a state of sense of like, when I'm in happy, that means I'm content. I feel safe. I feel abundant. I feel worthy. All of that good stuff, right? Exploring. Yeah, totally, right? Just thinking and feeling. It just gets deeper and deeper as our fascia unwinds. Let me tell you that. I can tell you that, right? Yeah, it's you get deeper and deeper and so many layers to it, but we do have power to do that. So happiness is another word to describe feeling content, feeling joy, feeling good. Yeah, I can say that. And this content, the feeling of content is a noun, right? Joy, feeling good, all of that is a state of mind, and our mind consistently creating narratives and trying to entertain us. So focus on that, catch yourself when that thought that comes up is about to abandon you, or is about to put you down, or is about to, lift yourself up. Like feeling your way through, right? It's okay to feel, but can you catch yourself? And yesterday I talked about this couple of rules, 2 rules. So when you think about some negative thoughts, and you can override and erase the thought, and with the positive affirmation 5 times more. I think that was 5 times, right? If I'm not wrong. I'm saying this again. So when you think, okay, there's some sad thought, I am sad, then you will say this 5 times to erase this. I am happy, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy. Whatever that is, right? So that's like 1 to 5 rules or something like that. Sorry, I'm just like really casual saying this. Another one is Abraham Hicks, but there's also a study about it. If you hold that thought for more than 17 seconds, 17 seconds, you started to materialize this thought. Because what matters becomes matters. Becomes matter, right? What matters becomes matter. So hold that thought. Everything is energy. And hold that thought for 17 seconds. And it started to become matter. So that's also like it gives you so much hope, but that also gives you so much anxiety, right? Because it's like, okay, I'm thinking all these negative thoughts throughout the day, but what helps me is when I'm in this, when I started to put myself down or emotions come up, I will, a lot of us focus on the breath, and I'm learning to embrace my breath a lot more, like staying my power, focus on inwards by breathing more. But what I think is, every day I have different tools and use a couple of tools to help me feel better. But I think it's like for me, just to tell myself to let go. And also say to myself, it's okay to feel this way. I love you. I accept this thought. I accept this feeling anyways. I love you sadness. I love you anger. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I love that support that you give me. And I just like accept all parts of myself anyways. It's like, there's a fear came up. I'm worried about money again. Right? And it's getting easier for me to accept all parts of myself. I am this, but I am also this and that. And it's like we're all colorful shades of rainbows. We're all colorful shades of rainbows. That is, might as well shine every part of myself. Shining bright and shine bright like a diamond. Okay, yes. Hi, Maria. Good morning. Okay, so in the next 24 hours, your mind will come to adopt an advanced perspective of your current life or story. The perspective is the angle the mind is taking, which is determined by the heart's opinion. Even though it's your mind that's handling the thinking, it's actually your heart that is observing and choosing a perspective that suits her. That's very powerful. There's a lot of thoughts wandering, like it's like floating around, right? In our field. And the heart is considering, it's like, does this apply to me? And when you kind of just take it, if that heart came, some of the thought came from that wounds, that trigger, the trauma that we have, then we put ourselves down. And then we become negative, right? And then so observe that thought. And even though it's your mind that's handling the thinking, today is a Gemini day, today is a thinking day, it's actually your heart that is observing and choosing a perspective that suits her. So for instance, your mind may believe that you are behind in your career because you're not as far as along in life, other people your age. But if you ask your heart, you don't want to believe you're behind, right? And your heart resists the belief that you are behind, even though it appears by evidence that you are. So in essence, your heart says, I don't belong believing I am behind, it feels wrong. Well, if that's not what your heart belongs believing, what does she belong believing? So if you know that this doesn't belong to me, then what does your heart belong believing? Okay, I'm gonna continue reading and more explore more. After some heartfelt soul searching, you realize that your heart belongs, believing that instead of falling behind all this time, you have in fact been learning and preparing for success. I like that. I will say this again. After some heartfelt soul searching, we've been soul searching for some time, right? Over our lives. You realize that your heart belongs, believing that instead of falling behind all this time, you have in fact been learning and preparing for success. Thus, you don't belong taking the perspective of being behind. You belong taking the perspective of being well prepared. One belief is something your heart can believe in. One belief is something your heart can believe in. One belief your heart cannot. The shift in perspective changes your entire potential for success because the heart can get behind one's theory, but not the other. You gotta choose, right? You can't choose two. One could argue both her true and both her false. Yeah, that happens. But one statement is in alignment. Excuse me. One statement is in alignment with your heart, one is not. Can you catch that? You can't choose both, right? If you choose either choose, there's no maybe good or bad, but choose the one that gives you more joy and expansive openness, right? In each of your stories today, determine what your heart belongs believing in. That's all you need to do. Today is not a decision day. Today is not an action day. You just think about, okay, what your heart belongs believing in. Belief system is what we are upgrading in this entire Sagittarius season. What you believe is what you become. Today, you will become to understand a higher level your day-to-day thinking belongs in. The concept will be something your heart agrees with. You know what I do is I catch myself when I think of unkind thought to myself. It's like, is this kind to me? If it's not, okay, then I can let go. I think that's also a good way. It's like, is this kind to me? Am I being kind to myself? Saying that? No. So I'm going to brush it off, right? So you will have a breakthrough in a long-term creative project, romantic story, or a relationship to a child. A realization sets you up for personal dreams to come true. Your goal today is to determine what your heart belongs, believing, what beliefs is best suited to please the heart. It's sometimes difficult to get the heart's opinion on a net 5-day because the mind rules the day, right? The mind is fast moving and wants to skip to find the answer. A good way to dialogue the heart directly is to ask yourself, what do I wish were true? What do I wish were true? Also, I will ask my heart, what does, I actually like, you can even name your heart. There's a name. I would just call heart. And it's like, what do you want? What does my heart want? Whenever you use the word wish, your heart is the voice that usually answers. That's good to know. When we wish upon our star, but it's more like when you wish upon your heart. When you use the word wish, your heart is the voice that usually answers. What do you wish? Enjoy the new view. I own the heart's perspective. Yeah, I agree. I didn't like the word wish because sometimes you hear people say it's like wish is, you're wishing for something that won't come. So, or want is not a good word because you're always gonna be in the luck state. You wanna maybe say desire. It's like I think it's all the mind game. It's not about the words. It's about using that words to put yourself in that particular state of being so that you can manifest things faster. That's all that is at the end. It doesn't matter what words you're using. Choose the words that sync and aligns with your body and your heart, right? But now that I just use the word wish, what do I wish? What do I wish? I like that. I feel like use the word wish and start writing down. And I think that's a really powerful thing to do. And that just also connect with the card that I picked today. So I pick a card. 2 cards popped up today. I'm just going to show you. Write down your goals and dream big. Write down your goals and dream big. I will totally do that. Wish. What do you wish? What does your heart? If we can do anything and everything in the whole world, what do you wish? Start with that. And entertain. That's when you can entertain with that power of mind. Entertain with different narratives. But rather than putting yourself down with that crazy narratives, it's kind of like, okay, can we come up with some narrative scenario that are so uplifting, and it's like so good for my mental health. Right? Wishful thinking is what moves us forward, you know? Who says that it's a bad thing to wish, right? I think there's always, you know, whether you're Christian or not, I always thought, you know, even when I was not so conscious, I moved to Canada in 2002, right? It's been a while. And I always thought, even when I was not so energetically sensitive, there's just something sacred about December 24th. It's just like, you know, the world calms down. The night of, you know, the silent night, holy night, December 24th. I feel the entire city just calm down and just like quieting, the mind quiet, like the mind shut down. And I really love that. And it becomes 25th and Christmas, and it just go crazy in Boxing Day and all of that. But so I really love that energy of the calmness that, you know, we could create as collective. It is possible if we work together, right? If we are on the same page. And I think it's not about everyone is on the same page. It's more just that majority of the collective feels this way, and this is the dominant vibe that prevails, like occupies, overpowers, and I love that. But it's all start within us. So going back to this wishful thinking, the reason why I talk about the vibe, the frequency of the Christmas, because I think maybe you could be so against your heart throughout the entire year, but I think because of the programming that we have, the vibe around the Christmas have this, it's like calmness, forgiveness, and there's this wishful thinking that, you know, Santa will bring you this amazing gift, right? And there's a lot of power in that, right? If you could wish anything and everything, what's your dream scenario? That I can literally feel my heart lights up. Yeah, wish. I didn't think that word wish is that powerful. Very interesting. Yeah. So on this thinking day, definitely think and explore and entertain yourself with that wishful thinking that lightens up your heart and then to help you expand rather than shrinking and going into protective mode. Every time that you find yourself, catch yourself, body tightens up, or because of the trauma, maybe some parts of your body chronically tensed up. That's what it is, right? Symptoms, itchiness, or it's just coming up, your body is speaking to you. And every time you catch yourself that, it's like, thank you, body, for holding and protecting me, holding all this trauma and protecting me. I choose to let go. Now let's move with me. Let's move through this. Move forward with courage with me. I take care of you. I will never abandon you. There's a lot of times that I ignore you. I brush off this feeling, but I don't do that anymore. I am moving forward with courage and facing and sitting with this emotion, sitting with this pain. And I hear you, acknowledge you, and let's move with me. Move forward with courage. Right? I don't know why I'm doing that. So, I will quickly read this. Slow down and, oh no, that's another card that's coming up. Because I picked two. Write down your goals, dream big. Create goals that are worth going for and dream bigger than ever. Dr. Gail Matthews conducted a study that shows you are 42% more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down. Self-made billionaire Grant Cardone would agree, as he knows for writing his goals down twice a day. The first step in turning your dreams into reality is to stop wishing and start believing. Right? It's a usage of words. Stop wishing and start believing. And I just spent a couple minutes talking about the power of wish. But again, it's about what sinks in to your heart, right? What feels right for you. Believe. Don't stop believing. Give yourself permission to conjure up your wildest and craziest dreams. Writing down your goals, no matter how big or how small, will hold you accountable to take action. When deciding your dreams and goals, be sure to choose something you are passionate about so you don't find yourself giving up along the way because you've lost interest. Okay, I'll say this again. When deciding your dreams and goals, be sure to choose something you're passionate about so you don't find yourself giving up along the way because you've lost interest. You gotta love it. Passion drives you move forward. Passion is what drives your motivation to take the next action step. Passion. One of my friends told me about the origin of the word passion. It's from the Latin Greek word. It actually means pain. Yeah, it's interesting, right? I gotta Google it so that I can actually give you the right information. But I believe that one of my friends who's very smart, and he's an actor, is very good with words, told me that the original word passion, it comes from the idea of the pain, right? The pain, because, I don't know. Is passion pain? Let's explore tomorrow about that. Anyways, slow down. Another card that I pick. Slow down and rest. You need it. Self-care isn't selfish, so give yourself permission to put yourself first today. When was the last time you asked yourself, what do I really need? Slow down and take a moment to tune into your soul's voice to see what you need most right now. When you put your mind and body into overdrive and don't take the time to rest and refuel, your body begins to show physical signs that it's time to slow down. Give yourself permission to make you a priority today before your body makes you. They say we can't fill from the empty cup and to put our oxygen mask on first. Yet we have the hardest time adopting this philosophy to all areas of our lives. Don't wait until resentment or anger kicks in to take a break. If you've been overgiving and you're on the edge of burnout, this card shows up as a reminder to take care of yourself before overextending again, right? Maybe you can, everything is moderation. Stretching, expanding is good, but are you listening to your body? Right? Even just like when you stretch. Because it's happen when you go against and, pushing, forcing, right? I often talk about the difference between forcing and allowing in my fascia class and a hands-on session. It's like you don't want to force anything. I think at this point, I am so tired of forcing and pushing things with pain, right? So I don't want to do that. So listen to your body, but also if you find some areas of your life or some areas of your body that is like, okay, I've been listening, I'm not forcing, but I'm allowing this to open. I keep telling you, you're safe and protected here, you still find yourself being tight here, you know what I mean? And then that's when I started to use this phrase, going back to the topic in the beginning. You're safe. Body, my hips, I see you, I love you. Thank you. Move with me. Move forward with courage with me. There's nothing wrong with you. Let's move. Let's move. Let's move. Yeah, I think that's powerful. Okay, let's finish with heart and brain coherence, because programming is essential, and that's what we are doing. We were That's what we did, right? There's new programming, there's old programming. And we have power to reprogram ourselves, our mind, our fascia. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Let's feel our energy. Feel it out. Going inwards. Claim your power. Claim your power. Claim your power back on the area that you gave your power away. Right? Remind yourself how powerful you are. There's nothing you cannot be, do, or have. That's where we are programming. Right hand on your heart, left hand on the top of your head. Feel your heartbeat. Visualize the entire cell of the body is supporting you. It's not about, so that not going against and have that internal war. Breathe your mouth, breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Hello brain. Hello mind. Hello ego. Hello body. Thank you for protecting me. I don't need this protection in my body anymore because I am safe in the body, in my body, and I am safe to exist in the world. I know my power. Now, please relax and do, and listen and do what my heart says. Hello, heart. You are in charge. You are the boss. I listen to you. I follow you. Thank you for everything you do. I am safe. I am protected. I am enough. I am worthy. I am loved. I am lovable. I am safe. I am abundant. I accept all parts of myself. I love myself. I forgive myself. I love myself anyways. I am lovable anyways. All is well. Only good things come my way. I get to dream anything I want. I have power. I am so courageous. I am patient. I believe in myself. What I believe is what I become. I love my courage. I love my perseverance. I gotta practice. I love my patience. I love my commitment. You guys can add anything you feel. I am joyful. I'm joyful. I'm fluid. I'm resilient. I'm flexible. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Feel your body. That's the programming. We did it more than 17 seconds. Reprogramming every day. Hi Lee, this has been so powerful today for me, Ikue. Yes. Can you imagine if you do that for 1 year, continuously, speak kindly to yourself, and focus on the thoughts, and catch yourself when you catch yourself being negative. Am I being kind to myself? Then if you're not being kind to yourself, and then just let go, right? I think it's at the end of it, I think when we are kind to ourselves, when you just accept all parts of yourself, regardless of our flaws and mistakes and all of that things that we have, I think we find inner peace through this, right? When we are kind to ourselves, it's like, it's okay. Yeah, I'm doing my best anyways. I think that's a good release. Let's just be kind to ourselves. And Friday, I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day in the morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Today is a thinking day. Write it down. What do you wish if you could do anything and everything in this world, right? We're so powerful, but we're just tapping into this powerful place slowly but surely, and believing ourselves, upgrading our belief system in this Sagittarius season, because what you believe is about the faith, right? Faith is when you hold, even when there's no evidence whatsoever, past data, but I believe because my heart said yes, yes. Even when your heart is having a hard time believing, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's not the truth. Maybe your mind always like to say this or that or this or that. It's like, what do you wish, heart, right? If you can do anything and everything, what do you wish? Then I immediately, as I say this, my heart opens up and it's like, I want to do this. So let's write it down. And do you feel worthy of receiving that? So thank you guys for being here, and let's have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Bye everybody. Appreciate you. Sending you guys so much love.